Hi guys. Hi guys, welcome to another Paint and Sip with me, Natalie, and I have Nikki here with me today. And today we're going to be painting this His and Hers wine set. So she has the beer mug, which says his. I have wine, that says hers. And we're gonna jump right in. So before we get started though, I want to make sure everyone has their utensils. So we have sent you aprons, you have brushes, you have 3, a small, medium, large brush, and you have all the paint colors, which is yellow, red, blue, black, and white. Alright, so first things first, I want you guys to take your marker and go ahead and trace these things, okay? Go ahead and outline everything that you see on the canvas so that when we paint, they don't disappear. Alrighty? So pause the video, do what you gotta do, and come back here. Alright, so now we're gonna get right into the background, okay? So after you have outlined, admire your work a little bit. So if you want to do different colors for your background besides that orange, you can do green, which is blue and yellow. You can do a light blue, which is blue and white. You can do a pink, which is red and white. You can also do plain red. And you can also do orange that we're doing, which is yellow and red. And then you do purple, which is blue and red. Or you can do just a light yellow. So you can make these colors either dark or light, completely up to you, but you have all the equipment to make an array of colors. All right, so I'm gonna get started. Grab the color yellow. So we're gonna be using our yellow paint mixed with a little bit of red to make an orange or off yellow, golden yellow color. And it's okay if your color is not exactly the same color as mine. Freedom of paint, so have fun creating. So yeah, I would take my big brush, and before I get started painting, I'm gonna dip that brush in some water, like so, okay? And then I'm gonna drain it out, okay? And that's the brush that I'm gonna be using to paint my background, all right? So I'm going to take that yellow, I'm going to take a little bit of red, and I'm going to mix it into that yellow until I get a color that I desire, okay? So something like orange. You can actually go real orange if you want, up to you. There's actually a ton of different colors that you can paint this background if you like. I actually, Nikki, if you pass me that canvas behind you. Yep. Once I found a color mix that I love, you can add white if you like.
Here's my color.
Oh, hers is beautiful. It's deep. It's nice. Wow.
Thank you.
Makes me want to add some more orange to mine too. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take that big boy and I'm going to paint around all those lines that I have just made. Okay. So what you can do is you can take your big boy and do all the big surfaces first. And then you can go ahead with your medium brush and get all the smaller ones. So just watch along and you'll see what I'm talking about, okay? Yeah, I love that orange. So
I know, I like the fact that it's not all the way mixed out and it's like little peaks of yellow popping through.
Yeah, like it's so nice. You did a good job.
Thank you.
So here you can see me painting the top of the canvas and the side of the canvas. For me, this makes the painting look so much neater when it's hung up. Sometimes people fail to paint the sides and it just looks so unfinished. Yeah. Okay, guys, so make sure you also paint inside the glass. Okay? Yeah, you can do it after. Alright, so the inside, yeah. And that's okay though. That's okay. So
that's all beer right here, you guys. Yep. That's beer.
And then this is the background. Because it's a glass, you have to color around that. Okay? At this point, your background should be dry, and we are going to make the colors to fill in our juice or drinks. Okay, I'm going to be using my medium brush, and that is this one. And for my wine, I'm going to be using red and black and blue. Okay, so I'm going to grab red. I'm just going to put red here on my plate, or you put whatever red you have over there on the plate. And then I'm going to add a little bit of black. I'm going to mix that in. You should already kind of see it getting dark to that wine color. And then I'm going to take some blue, and I'm going to mix that in. And you can go as deep as you want. You can go darker. You can add more red if you don't like that color. You can paint this drink a different color if you like. But for right now, I'm making...
Love it. Great job.
Wine. Okay? You can also, so pro tip, you can also mix the black and blue together and get like a navy blue. Add that to the red. That also does the job. Just as long as it's not purple, okay? If it starts to turn purple, add more red and add more black. You know, play around with it till you get to a point that you like. So for Nikki's drink... she's actually doing beer. So she's going to be using the same colors as the background. So the yellow, the red, and then she's going to be using all right, yellow, red, and then mix it together and just see like where you land. You want the beer to be lighter than the background, okay? So that it doesn't, they don't like fight. You don't want them to fight.
That's a little bit too close. So what am I adding? Maybe...
I actually think it's a lot lighter.
You think so?
Yeah, try here. Try a little piece. You can do that too. You can try a little piece, and if you don't like it, oh, it is still close.
Still close.
Yeah, add white.
White.
Add some white. Try a little piece, see how you like the color. If you love it, take that medium brush and fill it in. If you hate it, add more until you get it to somewhere that you actually love. I'm using my medium brush and I'm filling in these, my blank space for all my drink. And I'm also going over the lines that I have painted, okay? So make sure you are going over those lines. Make sure we can do 2 layers, especially for this drink because it's not outlined at all, okay? So we want to make sure you cover these lines, all right? You got it a little easier if you got the wine glass.
Yeah, the color is darker.
Yeah. So just let it dry, the first layer dry, and then you should be able to go right over it. All right? So just watch along. Pause
Can't
the video
rush
if
it,
you
guys.
must.
Let it dry in between. We can't rush it. Don't be like me. I'm always trying to rush it. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I learned my lesson. Don't do that.
All right. Alright guys, so we're back and we let our canvases dry. So as long as it's dry to touch, you can move on, okay? So for this color, we ended up using yellow and white because we thought that it made the drink stand out more, okay? So that's how we got to this color. Way more yellow than white.
I love it.
But I love it too. It looks very nice. And mine was the same that I used before, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're going to actually add some highlights and contour to these paintings, okay? So how we do that is we're gonna make another color of the same color. So I'm gonna use red and black to make a lighter red and black, and Nikki's gonna use yellow and white to make a darker yellow and white. Since yours is lighter, we're gonna use the darker colors to contour it, and since mine is darker, we're gonna use lighter colors to highlight. Okay?
Gotcha.
So I'm going to take my red paint and I'm going to add a little bit of blue. Okay? So I'm gonna add some blue there. But more red than blue because I do really want it to stay a lighter tone, even though I want it to have a little depth. Okay? So for this, you can use your medium brush or you can use your tiny brush depending on what kind of highlights you want or you prefer, okay? So I'm gonna get both of them wet and I'm gonna show you guys the difference. So with my tiny brush, I can make little strokes like this, which I actually think,
I like that.
Let's use our tiny brush. The medium brush might cause too much havoc.
Yeah,
so let's use the tiny brush. If you feel like the paint is not running, you can always add a little bit of water. That's my favorite trick. And just stir it in the paint so the paint just becomes more, you know, has a little bit more movement. And I'm just gonna take this and just add it back and forth into the line, just to add, you know, some depth in the color and make it look
Here's
deep.
my yellow.
And that's her plain yellow. You should add a little red.
Add a
Here,
little
so
red.
mine. Just a little. Yep.
That's enough.
That's enough. And like, yeah, but then keep a yellow too, so you can do both. So yeah, so I'm gonna be using this red and blue mix here and plain red just to get highlights. I'm gonna add it to all of the elements just to bring them forth, okay?
And are we trying to go with the motion of the drink?
So like the drink is going down, you kind of want to, or just kind of just flow, like, you know, like don't let your hand too loose because you don't want to go outside of the sketch, but be loose enough to kind of just let it flow.
Don't get nervous about that.
Don't get nervous. It's gonna look fine. Use some yellow too. Yeah, look at that. That looks good. It adds so much dimension. Like, it changes, to me it changes the whole painting in itself. Like, it's like, oh, that looks like a drink. You know, you're drinking something, you see like different colors depending on where the light hits.
Yeah. So that's what we're going for right now.
That's what we're going for right now. Alright guys, so just watch along. Feel free to pause if I'm moving too fast for you, and do what you see. Paint what makes you feel comfortable. If you feel like you add too much, you can try to add that dark color back to cover it up. But just have fun. Be nice to yourself. And these are the parts of the painting that actually bring it to life, you know. Layers in every painting is like, it's what makes you stare, you know. If you left it flat, you would just see two colors.
Yeah.
But when you add more, it's like, oh, what's that?
Exactly. No, I definitely get it, because I'm sure if I stand back, I'll see it more.
Of course. And that's Nikki's favorite rule. Stand back, guys.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's my favorite thing to do.
She loves getting up and like just looking,
stepping
at what
away
she's done.
and like
I advise it too.
Because I feel like I can see the areas that I might need to touch up more when I'm further away from the canvas. When you're kind of too close, you don't see that.
And don't be afraid to make different colors in between these colors. You can have more than 2 colors on this canvas, more than 3, more than 4. Just keep it in the family of the color that you're doing. So as long as it's in the reds, it will look amazing, okay? This is my problem too. Once I start, I don't know how to stop. So make sure you know when to stop, okay? And don't forget, no soldier left behind. So paint every one the same. Do that, but I'm going to actually paint my stem. I'm going to take my tiny brush and I'm going to dip it in white paint. Alright, and so you're just going to put it at like the high points. So like if you kind of look at those, it's like either it's under the thing or on top.
Okay.
Under or on top. It's your choice. Literally, they look the same to me. So like here, I would put it like here. On the bubble.
And are we going in with a dry brush or like?
You can dry brush it and you can also do it wet. It's really preference because it's gonna be a white line regardless. But the wet brush does provide more of a
easier movement.
Yeah.
It just kind of got jammed up while you were saying that.
It kind of helps you really do like a curve instead of having to come back to it. These colors,
yeah, I love
girl,
the colors.
What?
I love it.
That is nice. All right, so after you add your highlights, we're gonna go ahead and add some lowlights. Okay, so we're gonna take our black paint. We're gonna add a little bit of water because your girl likes to add water to her paint. She does. Okay, just a few drops, and then I'm gonna mix it together with my brush. And I'm using my small detail brush for this, okay? So not only are we gonna add lowlights, but we're also going to add.
And can you explain to them how we're getting the brush to like keep its shape?
Oh yeah. So to keep the shape of my skinny brush, if I'm in the paint and I mix it, say I mix it, look at how much paint I have. I literally just twirl it like a ballerina
To get some off.
to get some of the paint off.
Okay.
And then it makes it back into that sharp triangular shape.
Yeah.
So let me do that.
Because I had an advantage, you guys. I watched her do that. So
Yeah.
You guys might want to know how to do this. So yeah.
See that?
In here.
So just a quick spin, and it takes it off and gives it that point. Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
All right.
Get a
So
little extra sharp. Let me sharpen my point too. Makes it easier.
yeah, look
It's
at you.
there.
You
It's
ready?
there. I'm comfortable.
All right.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna go under. So where the highlight is on the opposite side, I'm going to put. Well, I'm gonna go under these drips and add some black, okay? So for here, I'm gonna just add a small black line like that. Not the whole, I'm not outlining it. I'm just adding a tiny black line to give it some dimension, okay? So like this one, I'm stopping about there. And again, like that's why I like my brush to be wet. And I do, she's right, I do spin it a lot to get that point back. But yeah, I'm stopping like mid-heart with that line. Then I'm going under here.
Shape at some point.
Of your brush? That's
no,
okay.
It's just like heart.
Oh, of the heart. That's okay. Okay, and then for this one, I'm going here.
Just watch her, fellas, whoever's painting that.
Yeah, let me go a little closer for you guys. So then I'm doing these bubbles too. I'm just doing on top or under. And I'm doing halfway. So half the circle is being filled with black, just to help it float a bit off the page, okay? Oh look, I realized I forgot to highlight these ones. I will go back. No bubble.
Oh, right there.
No, yeah, I can't leave them untouched. Okay, so black there, black there. I'm just having fun at this point, y'all. Like, I'm gonna put some black on this side. Make sure you have a light hand when you're doing this. That helps a lot.
I think that's important because that's a thing.
And if you're doing this upright and you feel like it's just too much, put it on your lap. Have more control. Like, you're in control of this painting.
Yeah, guys, I definitely prefer this one when at this stage on my lap.
After you finish doing your low lights, I don't know why I washed my brush. I'm about to use the same color. We're going to start tracing this wine glass, okay? So I want you guys to watch me really carefully as I make these lines because I don't want you to make any mistake. Now, this back line, all my drips are in front of this line, okay? So I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to do the shape, but I'm going to stop. And I'm going to continue. And I'm going to stop. See what I mean? Continue, stop. Okay? So all the paint, all the wine is in front of those lines, okay? Now for my front line, everything is behind that line. Okay? And that is very important for this illusion here, okay? You need this for the illusion of the glass. And to prove that this wine is actually leaving the glass. Alright, so back line, wine's in front. Front line, wine's behind. Okay? It kind of rhymes. Okay. See, and now we have Miss Nikki doing it as well. Wow, those look so good. Your low lights? Oh my god. I love this.
Thank you.
You did good. Give me a high five. You did good. That bravery is there, y'all.
I was nervous.
That bravery is there.
Nervous.
Oh my
thinking
god.
That.
No,
I tried. Yeah, I feel a little bit more comfortable with this one because this, you guys don't know this about me, but I'm somewhat of an artist now because I've already done like 4 paintings. Yes. So make sure you look at all the other videos too, and like maybe you should try those too, guys. I'm telling you, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's really, really fun.
Oh my god, I've had so much fun painting with Nikki. She's the best student ever. She asks all the right questions and she's just...
Oh, I'm not afraid to ask a question now. I'm not. Not even a little bit.
Alright, so see? She did back line, everything's in front, front line, everything behind. Okay? That's very important. So I'm going to back up now so you guys can watch us shape out these glasses. Alright?
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so now for the bottom of my wine glass, I'm going to add 2 lines. So one here under, another one, and well, did I mean 3? 3. And then I'm gonna do another one, which is the number 7. So I'm gonna take that 7 and I'm gonna go all the way down. Like that. Be forgiving of yourself, y'all, because I just kind of chuck up that line, but it looked good to me, so I'm gonna keep it. But anything that you do not like, once you let this paint dry, you can totally paint over it. And that's the fun part about art. You can always go back another time and say, let me try that again. Okay? So I'm gonna take my medium brush and I'm gonna dry it off, okay? So I'm just gonna wipe it like so, like that. It's dry to touch. I'm gonna take some white paint. I'm only gonna put a little bit. See how it's like only like half my brush? So I'm kind of dabbing the tip of my brush like that into the paint, okay? Nothing crazy. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glass highlights to this painting. So I'm gonna take my brush and I'm just gonna lightly add areas where I think glass is, okay? I'm using such a light hand because I wanna be able to go back and add. You can't really subtract at this moment, so you want to use a very, very light hand and just kind of add it. So glass would reflect on your sides, right? For sides of your glass. So you want to put reflections on both sides of the glass. Some at the bottom here, a little in the center. So the drier your brush is, the more control you have of it looking like glass, okay? So you can go in here and kind of add elements of glass. See what I mean? I don't want to get it on my red though. You want to make sure the only part where it should be on top of the wine is in this area. Okay? So like in this area. Alright? Don't be shy. You can always add more. So start off easy, but do add it. And you want it to kind of look
choppy a
little bit. Yeah.
I think
don't be scared. Don't be scared. Like, as long as it's in the corner, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you. That's a glass. Okay? And once you finish doing those big strokes, because you should not do a lot, you should just do enough that it can be seen and that you're not afraid. You want to go back and you have your brush facing this way. Okay? And I'm just gonna do just some, where I already put the paint, I'm going to just do some solid white. Just so it's, you know, it shows I'm not scared. I ain't never scared. I painted this.
See?
That's okay.
You guys dry your brushes off.
Because it's like a dry brush. It definitely looks better when you dry brush that.
Oh yeah, I see the difference now.
Yeah.
This is what I have.
If you get any on your wine, just go ahead and just add some red and clean that up. Or if you get some on like your beer up here, same thing, okay? Don't be afraid to add those reflective features because that's what really makes this painting stand out as well, okay?
Okay, how's mine looking at? Any changes I should make?
I think you should just
out.
I think the fellas, can I see the brush?
Yes.
Should just not be so scary.
Just go in.
Just go in.
Because technically this front part it's glass.
It's glass, yeah, like all of it. So I would just take the brush and just take control. It's my painting. Like, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
The less you have, the more you're adding, if that makes sense. So you want to add some there. See what I mean? Like when it looks like that, I think that like gives it really reflective.
That glass
vibes.
look.
Yeah. So I would just go over this black line again.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna go back in there.
But other than that, I think that was great.
To bring it forward.
Yep. And then as she's going over this black line, we're going to go ahead and fill in our words. And that is the last and final steps. Let me back up for you guys so you can see. So I'm using my tiny brush and my black paint. And I'm just going to write this word. I'm going to write this word. Don't be scared, you guys. This is your painting. Okay? So if you feel like you added any paint over these lines, you want to make sure the black lines are front and center and you know that they're seen and that they're even. can take your time to go over any line that you want.
As even as possible.
As even as possible.
Let me throw that in here. As even as possible. No pressure.
At all, guys. None at all. I can't even see what you're doing. That's the funny part.
No pressure.
All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and just trace what I see. So I wrote this word, and I pray that you guys like my handwriting.
You did great.
I tried my best. I'm not a writer. And just trace what I see. So I wrote this word, and I pray that you guys like my handwriting.
You did great.
I tried my best. I'm not a writer. I'm a painter. So I have doctor's handwriting. So make sure you start from like your tip, and then just be nice to yourself, y'all. Figure out which way is the easiest to paint these words.
You guys, I gotta take it down. Yeah,
you can take it down.
I'm a lapper. Like I will. Up. I'm definitely a lapper.
Struggle through this for you guys, cause
hold it down up there.
It ain't easy.
Hold it down up there.
Okay.
Cause I'm gonna take it down.
It is not easy being breezy. All right. So yeah, take your time, guys. Go slow. If you messed up, you think that you have a piece out of line, just go ahead and make the whole thing thicker. Don't even stress it out. Like, I'm not gonna stress over a painting. I know that. But I am gonna do a good job. So.
Yeah, but I think when it's all done,
it looks great.
Yeah, even if it's not, there's no such thing as a perfect painting. No. It's like, it's perfect for you. That's it. No one else it doesn't have to be perfect for anyone else.
Very nice. Perfect. Like I said, guys, if you feel like your black line is wonky, make it thicker. Let it dry. Paint your background over. Try again. You know what I mean? Don't be hard on yourself, though. I think the easiest way to get this line to be great is to just make it thicker if you feel like you messed up. That's it. Wow. This looks good. Yes. You missed these two bubbles.
Bubbles!
Just for the black line. You're already using it, so.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Little bubbles.
Perfect. Look at that. Yep.
No bubbles left behind. Check your bubbles.
Oh, I forgot my white.
Oh, I missed another bubble. I missed 3 bubbles.
You know, and Nikki asked me for a lot of bubbles in this painting.
I love a lot of bubbles in this painting. Like, it just makes the painting even more special.
Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop. Yeah. Enjoy, you guys. Don't miss any bubbles. Double check your bubbles. Ladies, get up and check his bubbles. Fellas, get up and check her bubbles. Check them out. Only the bubbles. Get back in your seats.
And you guys can totally skip this part if you loved it before. Don't stress yourself out. I just really enjoyed these lines in the first painting. Alright? Okay, so we're going to take our skinny brush. And we're going to add some other highlights, okay? And these are just very organic, so I'm going to go around the shape of the heart like that. White. I'm just going to follow the shape.
With a little bit of water, you guys.
Yeah, that little bit of water saves the day, okay?
Yes, makes a big difference. What if they got beige?
I'm going to just go around the shapes, guys. I'm not going to do too much. I always say that. But I feel like if you start with white, it feels better. I feel like it kind of finishes it, no lie. So I'm just following the shape with a light hand. Too. So I'm going to use red. Because, yeah.
And what color do you think would look good on mine?
I think that darker orange that you have. Or maybe the lighter one because your background's dark. How about that? Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the same, and I'm just gonna add another line right there, right next to it. So either on top or underneath. I'm gonna add a colored line.
It's extra movement. I think
Yeah.
I like them. I like them too.
I really like them. Spoiled brat, I feel like, right? Like, I need these lines. But yeah, some of them I add 3. So I made like an Oreo sandwich, and those to me look good. And I'm gonna stop there because I don't need to go on.
I don't need to go on.
And that's the trick of painting too. Always know when to stop. Putting my brush down. I'm done. Look at Nikki go.
Oh my
Yes.
God, pick your brush back up. Too much attention on me. No, sorry. Pick your brush back up. Keep painting. You missed the spot.
I do want to add this little red in the wine though, I'll tell you that.
Where?
This red that I now made, I want to put some like
Oh.
highlighted in, so it's like.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
But I'm telling you, I'm done.
That's it. You're
That's it. Before I know it, I'm gonna be like, oh, but I could add this. Oh, what about that? And then you're here all night. But that's fine too. Like layers, they make the piece, okay? Yeah, no, this is nice. I feel completely connected. I feel at one with this piece, and I think it's really
Yeah, it looks
beautiful.
great. I can't wait to step back. I haven't stepped back yet, so I'm like excited.
I know.
And I'm always stepping back. I cannot wait to step back and look at this one.
It looks really good. I love the highlight things. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
Just you know, makes it less negative space, so the background really can go back there.
Looks really good.
Yeah, this looks really good. I'm so proud of us, his and hers. Okay, guys, one last tip for your dot. All you have to do is take the back of your brush. Boop. Look at that. How
Voila.
perfect. Voila. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed your painting. Please send me pictures. Please send me pictures. Do not forget to subscribe. And thank you so much for supporting the Love Box and me and Nikki.
Yay, thank
Until
you.
next time.
Bye-bye.